pretty solid early game that they can play around, largely around the mid lane with the Olaf that they've drafted for themselves. But SuperMassive, they're trying to mitigate that early snowball potential. They've drafted
The answer is yes. Headbutt pull, flash in, wants to get it started, trying to keep the Tom Kench away, throwing down a decent amount of damage. Snowflower, I don't think it's going to be enough. The Grey Health now coming out, unstoppable as they dive under the tower, running him down here in the exchange. First blood dropping, locked up under tower, but the minion is there to keep him healthy. The heal, the flash out will save
G2, but G2 top side of the map had already split apart. This just exposed this bot lane tower, and when SuperMassive had so much pressure, they've now given themselves their first tower of the game.
Take this one down, matching G2's tower, close to evening the gold up after this one falls. Another tower with it, if they're given the chance. But GBM engaged on in the mid lane, they know the ultimate's not there. Actually coming up just in time. Looks like he still will fall, but Snowflower comes in, a heroic save. Perkz wants to take him out, the dash through, not quite enough. Perkz leaps back to the snow screen. Now Zeitnot is looking to clean through the team. Yanko's incredibly low. Zeitnot very strong at this stage of the game. G2 caught and running. Wadid needs to be careful. Is going to get knocked up, is going to get taken back. SuperMassive grabbing a kill of their own.
Beautiful play there from Snowflower to flash in and save GBM at just the last second. G2 end up getting forced into a 5 versus 4 because Hjarnan wasn't there, and now SuperMassive in control. They have their eyes set on the outer tower in mid.
G2 so comfortable in the early laning phase, but now SuperMassive are starting to come online. Gold.
Void Staff is one. We'll see. We'll keep track of what Perkz is up to as he goes on to GBM again.
Shroud trying to buy a bit of time. How many members are going to get hit by that Ornn ultimate? It's a slow and steady play. The tanky front line stopping anything else from coming out. Perkz now dashing out to safety. Fabulous looking for the re-engage. Wonder trying to knock down a little bit of CC. Hjarnan free firing, but the bars is on the way. It looks like Wonder is just the sacrificial lamb. Yet another one that goes functioning beautifully as that front liner. Second tower now going to fall. SuperMassive still looking confident. Have to play careful though. Cannot afford to disrespect G2 here. Tower charges in. Perkz hungry. Gets pulled back into the stun. A little bit awkward there in the end. And it looks like Inhibitor Tower is going to break. SuperMassive are unrelenting. They are not going to give G2 the time to wait on those item spikes, to wait on that Tristana to scale up.
Extremely good in this mid game. We talked about how they're not the most aggressive, they're not the strongest early game team.
Has that Rod of Ages you talked about. So much tank here. Doesn't even have an Hourglass, not even concerned about it. And now has a Ludens as well. SuperMassive instead go for the flank engage. G2 are starting to realize what they've gotten themselves into. Predator now coming out. Alti goes in for the sign. He's trying to drift his way around. Snowflower off to the backside. Perkz now running in, trying to eliminate the members before anything else can happen. Snowflower already forced to use the Devour. Ornn now coming in. Is this the re-engage they need? 4 members and then only 2 going to get hit though in the end. Fabulous running. Ornn ulti not quite connecting as much as they need to, and now here comes the turn. Zilean speeding up the members. Yanko's forced to use the ulti now, pulled back into the middle of the team. Perkz flashing out to safety, no Shroud, not today, and SuperMassive take yet another skirmish in their favor. Maybe able to get something done here. 7K. Wonder, Wadid, Yankos, Hjarnan off to the side. Snowflower goes in. He's going to try to stop this from happening. He's not going to give the opportunity. The rest of SuperMassive a little split in their decision, but they focus up on the Baron. 5K getting lower. Yankos yet to burn that flash. They're zoning him out with the Zilean. I don't think Yankos can make his way into that pit. That one's going to be in the favor of SuperMassive. Clean Baron take for the Turkish line. See your avenues back in. The 3 items are finally there for Hjarnan. You check out that last team fight, a lot of damage.
Not had the same performances that he's had in the past. This assassin has not found a single kill. And whether or not he can even do that at this point in the game will be a big factor in whether or not G2 can find a comeback, because SuperMassive are now sieging onto the base.
Horn has been blown. Zeitnot will get knocked up, but they're just staying back. That's one major engage tool taken off the menu, and it means SuperMassive just feel free to approach this tower. It's all too easy. They're going to look to break their first inhibitor of the game, can walk right into mid lane too to continue extending this advantage. Massive lead for SuperMassive. And this is not how you expect younger regions to beat European teams. You
look at how well SuperMassive have played against G2. 8 towers to 1. There have only been 4 kills total in this game. It has been slow, it has been steady, and now with only 1 inhibitor standing in their way, SuperMassive are on track to getting the win over G2.
If you're a G2 fan, you're praying for one of those Perkz moments, one of those clutch moments where he can turn a fight. But the knock-up, the CC is there. They're not going to give him a chance to do anything. Rooted, getting taken down. GBM with the bomb is merciless as they continue the push here. That's going to be the second inhibitor falling. SuperMassive may just be able to walk this one down. It is a last stand here from the side of G2. Their mid laner, their man in the mid lane, the franchise player for this lineup is dead. who will stand up for G2 to stop SuperMassive from entering the game. That's the ulti, that's the combo. Kjorn's on the backside, he's uncontested hitting, but SepHapHegos is gonna find the knockup. Zeitnot now moving forward, knockback comes through. Stonemage getting taken off to the side, but still Zeitnot remains untouched. Every single member from SuperMassive is up and alive, and Vedius, I cannot believe it. In their first match on the international stage, SuperMassive take down G2.
Massive win for SuperMassive.